Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a good look at the Atrociraptor Ghost from the Hammond Collection, my little side quest here to collect as many dinosaurs as I can. Hopefully I can get them all, although there's some that I'm not really too interested, like the Raptor Squad, because I mostly have those from the Amber Collection. I was only missing, I believe it was Delta or Charlie, but I got most of those there. So I'm gonna focus on trying getting this new Atrociraptor squad, if they do make the entire squad. I think they were pretty cool looking. I liked the colors, so hopefully they do make all of them and that I can acquire them. Sponsored to you by this beautiful place called Ross, where you can find some great deals. And apparently unreleased figures at only $6 here, pretty much half price off, so that's pretty neat. There's a back shot here. It seems they got rid of showing sort of screenshots of where they appeared like in the movie, and they're just doing these sort of digital renders and like close-up shots, you know, there. So that's I guess changing now with the Hammond Collection. Nice digital render here on the side with the movie it appears in, Jurassic World Dominion. Again, I love that movie. I think it was great. I know a lot of people didn't like it, so there's that. But my opinion is my opinion and yours is yours, and we'll leave it at that. That being said, it looks great in the box. But we're gonna take them out and take a closer look. All right, here we have them out. We do have Ghost here, looking pretty cool. And he comes with his tail detached, and it's an interesting thing because now they have this little peg sticking out rather than just a ball joint. But it should be as easy as the previous ones. I might need... There it goes, there's a nice snap to it. And, ooh, yeah, that's a nice tail, at least lengthwise. It looks pretty cool. Just taking a look at him here, it looks pretty cool. Like the paint apps overall, pretty decent. I assume this is where the bendy wire ends here, and it's pretty noticeable here. You have a little like hole there, and this weird mark there, but the rest should be bendable as such. Pretty cool. Mine has some white stuff to it here on the side. Obviously I could not see that because he's in the package like this. So there's some odd white just plastered on there, so it's interesting to see. But looking at the head here again, seems we're doing the marble eye for even the smaller creatures. And I will say the eyes on here are not painted, you know, the same. I think this one is more towards the center of the eyeball there, whereas this one is more towards the front. So, I mean, head on you wouldn't notice that, so I guess it's alright, you know? I mean, you have, you know, this side that's looking, I don't know, they're just not centered with each other, so there's that. Again, marble for newer releases. Here's a Dilophosaurus, which we had before without any marble eye, just painted on there, so that's the difference there. I will say, one thing that disappoints me with the Raptors and why I've kind of avoided them for a while as well, we don't have hinges here at the hands, and I get they're very thin, but why not just add a hinge there? Because I don't like having the hands. I mean, I appreciate the rotation and the hinge here, but I just don't like them posing like that. I want to extend them out or actually pronate them downward, which these kind of are already pronating downwards compared to that. But I just like to be able to move them at the wrist. I think that would increase, the poseability with these figures, because yeah, that just looks a bit off, I want to be able to move everything. But yeah, the arms can move outward about that much, and then they rotate in there. You have a hinge and swivel here, as I mentioned before. We have probably ball joints going all the way across in the head, so he can look up about that much and down with everything together about that much up, and then all the way down together about that much down. That's pretty neat. And then he can move side to side, so that's pretty neat. And then he can also sort of pivot his head, and then only the lower jaw moves down, so there's that. Looks pretty cool. The teeth are nice and sharp. They're not like big and blocky like some of the first ones. Kind of makes it look cartoony, but no, these are pretty good. Legs are on those hip ball joints, so he can move out about that much and rotate. Hinge there, and then hinge back here at the feet and forward. And he does have the pivot. Again, no hinge here at all. And then I already mentioned the tail is on a ball joint. It can rotate and bend there at the tail. For the most curviness, that's about as curvy as you can get it. Good articulation, for what it is. Looking at the Dilophosaurus here, yeah, it's about the same articulation for both of these. Yeah, I just wish they had, that they would start including a hinge here for the wrist. I think it's doable. I don't know what other dinosaur is smaller in size and had that. I think the Pachycephalosaurus, I don't have it here, but I think that dinosaur had wrist articulation at the hands. And that's why I think it's doable for these sort of smaller raptors. That's just my opinion, though. Details wise, cool that the claws are painted, black, so that's kind of cool. Even down here, the bottom ones, very cool. You have the bottom of the feet. The paint here for the stripes, they kind of switch between like this brown to this sort of gray, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I think that's accurate to the Atrociraptor in the movie. I could be wrong, but I mean, it doesn't seem intentional, the swapping of the color. But yeah, there's even a cool sort of grading going from this sort of dark, not dark, but this sort of light brownish into the white, which is very cool. Let's see if we can zoom in and take a look at that. Yeah, it's kind of noticeable. But yeah, then you just have all this speckling around, on the dinosaur's sculpt. Looks very cool. The head sculpt is cool too. Love the paint. I love the red. Love the red marble in there. But yeah, the eye slits are just off. You can see the black slit there. The black slit is much more forward on this one, so bit of a bummer there, but the red eye looks very cool. I mean, that alone makes for a cool sort of profile shot or silhouette. Very cool. Very menacing. And like I mentioned, the teeth don't look too cartoony. It's a bit sloppy for the paint down here, these bottom teeth. Yeah, a bit sloppy there, but from a distance you wouldn't really notice. But yeah, I love the teeth are kind of sharp. And yeah, just overall some great detail on this guy. Again, found them at Ross. Let's see, I'm gonna zoom out. Found them at Ross for $6, as you saw on the packaging. Pretty nice pickup. I went to one Ross, they didn't have it. I went to another one, they had like 5 of them, so I was like pretty lucky, or not even lucky. It's just, people hadn't gotten to them first, and I did, so kind of happy to have this new Atrociraptor and the baby Triceratops, because he was also found at Ross. So these two are in Ross as we speak. For those of you who are interested, I think they're worth the pickup if you're collecting dinosaurs or Hammond Collection. Definitely check Ross and get yourself a deal. With that being said, I would rate the Atrociraptor about a 3 out of 5. I had a few mishaps with the eyes, the eye slits. Again, I would like them to improve upon the articulation on the wrist, for us to be able to move those around, because as it is, it does feel limited with the hands. But that's just my opinion. Forgot to mention there's also that light brown into the white down here for the feet. So that's cool, you know, it has cool paint apps. For it being sort of a white dinosaur, I think it's pretty cool. But that does it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in a future video.